So we just passed 500,000 video views on our YouTube account and getting real close to 1,000 subscribers. So I thought I would do something a little less serious than most of the things I've done. You run across some really odd stuff on YouTube. Something tells me people from Paltalk are coming over to YouTube now or something. It's a little frightening. And I've run across some really strange stuff on the theological level in YouTube. And I want to just share some of them with you. Don't have a lot of commentary. For some of these things, there really isn't any commentary to offer. One's offered by our friend Calcium Boy. Now, Calcium Boy, I think, is very serious about the things he says, but he posted a video not too long ago that, well, you just sort of have to watch it to understand. Take a look.
James, I'm sure it's just a coincidence that you filmed yourself in front of shelves full of books in the background. Makes you look intelligent. Reminds me of that photograph with Adolf Hitler standing in front of a cross. But no, you're not a propagandist. No, I'm just paranoid and spiteful, right?
Okay. You know, after this came out, I don't know how long it was later, someone pointed me to a video that was posted by someone from Tom in the Box. And I looked today. This video has only been seen 184 times as of today. That's wrong. This is probably one of the most classic satire videos I have ever seen. This is comic genius. And I want to make sure people get to see this. Here from Tom in the Box, a response to Calcium Boy.
I wanted to take a moment to give kudos to Calcium Boy for his, I thought, really eloquent knock on James White's attempted try to disprove Tex Mars' accusation that Wilkins lost his voice on the John Ankerberg show, because White tried to come up with this crazy defense that Mars wasn't there, so Mars is therefore lying, when obviously anybody who defends the King James only cause is going to be given divine inspiration as to what is true. So it's very obvious that James White doesn't know what he's talking about, and Calcium Boy so eloquently put James White in his place, which I'm very thankful for. And also, Calcium Boy, great knock there on James White for accusing him of the books thing that he did. You know, he's records these videos with all these books behind him, and obviously anybody who's godly doesn't read books. Books are a sign of evil. So, Calcium Boy, keep doing what you're doing, man. It's really sticking up for the truth, and keep putting James White in his place, because he obviously doesn't know what he's talking about.
Absolutely classic. I was tempted to do something like that, but I wouldn't get away with it. But other people can get away with it, and that was only seen, like I said, 184. That's just not right. That should be on Jay Leno or something. Anyway, thank you very much for that. And okay, so then someone points me to a young fellow, I think One True Church, who puts together a video where he takes a short section of the cross-examination, the one I've covered before with Jerry Matitix, demonstrating he really doesn't understand what sola scriptura means, which is very common, and then some closing statements from Patrick Madrid, and strings them together, and he finishes his video with this classic conclusion.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the show. So much for the false doctrine of sola scriptura. Game over.
Yeah, well, that shows a real serious attitude about the issues at hand. It only gets worse when we go to this amazing discussion of Calvinism. Probably the one subject we get the most amazing information on YouTube. Here's a classic example.
I want to talk about John Calvin and Calvinists. Now, Calvinists are not accepted by mainstream Christians because it interferes with their deity of Christ. It totally busts up their Trinity. And they call them Calvinism. They call them a cult. That's all Protestant faiths other than the Calvinists themselves, and that's the Roman Catholic Church, mainstream Christianity. They call Calvinists cults because they believe in the doctrine of election. They believe that no man takes it upon himself to be saved. They believe that the Father chooses who will be saved and who will not be saved. It's basically the doctrine of predestination. Predestination is mentioned 4 times in the Bible by Paul himself. So it is true. They're right about this. John Calvin was absolutely correct about the doctrine of election and predestination.
Okay, personally, I'm the most scared about the fact that he said Calvin was right, but I take some comfort in recognizing that there isn't a ghost chance that he really has any idea what Calvin actually believed, especially when I think he said that Calvinism messes up the Trinity or the deity of Christ or something along those lines. Amazing the things you will find on YouTube. And here we are on YouTube. What does this prove? Well, it's sort of like going into a Christian bookstore. You know, it can be a place where you find good things, but it's also a pretty dangerous place as well. And YouTube, very same thing. You find some great folks on YouTube, but I sure hope you don't get the majority of your theological input from YouTube. You need to be in a Bible teaching, properly organized, preaching the whole counsel of God church, so that you'll have the ability to discern the things that are found on YouTube. And then once you're doing that, once in a while you can get a pretty good chuckle out of some of the stuff that you'll find running around through YouTube and the other aspects of the internet where theological speculation tends to be the order of the day. Anyways, a little light-hearted stuff this evening. Thanks for watching.